always been angels, there have always been demons, and they've always been at war.
DMC, Devil May Cry is the reboot of the series released in 2013 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Windows, but it eventually got a version to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. The game was developed by the studio Ninja Theory, the same studio of Hellblade, and they did an excellent job making a new version of the series, but it didn't please everyone. So many people didn't play it uniquely because of this hate. But if you never played it and look at the visuals and don't see any problem, bro, just play it. The gameplay is really good, the story is fun, and the combat is one of the best of the series to this day. It's even sad that the game was wrong for some small decisions that didn't please some old fans. But if you're searching for a good hack and slash to play, this game may please you, even more than you can possibly imagine. So it's worth the try.
I'm trapped. I know what's real.
Go to Wonderland.
Alice Madness Returns is an action-adventure game mixed with a hack and slash, all set in an even darker universe of Alice in the Wonderlands. The game was developed by the studio Spicy Horse Games and was released in 2011 to Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Windows, and so far didn't get a remastered version, but is a game that deserved it. Despite that you can play on Xbox One or Series, it's on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. In the game, we visit the grim reality of Victorian London and travel to the beautiful yet ghastly Wonderland to uncover the root of Alice's madness. A game with a cool story, a fun combat, with nice action moments, interesting puzzles, exploration, and very immersive scenarios that represents really well all the horror and madness the game needs. So in case you never played it and like cool action-adventure games, this is a game that you gotta play. I promise you won't regret.
The destruction of Wonderland is the destruction of me.
Now a new evil reigns.
Help me, Alice.
We need your help!
What's happening? I'm in hell.
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made.
Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning is a hidden gem of open-world RPG games. It was developed by the studio's Big Huge Games and 38 Studios, and was released in 2012 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Windows. But later, a remastered version was also released to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and a new version of PC.
Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide.
Uncover the secrets of Amalur in hundreds of hours of immersive gameplay, from the vibrant city of Rathir to the vast region of Dalantar to the grim dungeons of the Brigand Hall Caverns. Explore deep levels of lore in a universe steeped in 10,000 years of fiction created by New York Times best-selling author R.A. Salvatore.
We are no longer slaves to the whims of fate.
Unfortunately, this game was forgotten in time, and many people didn't even play it in the first release. But if you like open-world games with hours and hours of content, all with quality and care, this is a very, very good game that can take more than 100 hours to get 100%. A fun, yet wronged, amazing third-person open-world RPG that gotta be remembered.
You stayed with us for 14 years.
The Nazis rule the world now.
Wolfenstein: The New Order is the reboot of the first FPS series ever created, coming 1 year before of Doom by the same creators. The reboot was developed by the studio Machine Games, the same studio that brought us Indiana Jones in 2024, another great game. But in Wolfenstein, it's really different. You're a soldier of the Second World War. But the main point here is that Germany won the war, making the whole world bow to their wills. But you, along with other soldiers of the resistance, will keep fighting till the end, trying to bring down the new world government. The gameplay is fast, with a lot of enemies, many weapons and possibilities, and different of the new Doom games. Wolfenstein got more cutscenes and dialogues, with a good storytelling and really interesting characters, making all the experience to be really pleasant. So if you're searching for a different story FPS to play, this one is really good. And there's a sequel, Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, in the same style, and is really good too.
I'll find the resistance. I'll find them and I'll help them fight.
B.J. Blazkowicz.
I thought I was a goner. And here you are, back from the dead. Ready to set things straight, Wyatt.
We are finally strong enough to strike and set operations. The days of scurrying like rats are over.
At the midpoint on the journey of life, I found myself in a dark forest, for the clear path was lost.
Dante's Inferno is a hack-and-slash game with a gameplay totally inspired in God of War, but different of what many people thought back then. The game is much more than a God of War-like. The studio that developed the game was Visceral Games, an EA game studio that today doesn't exist anymore. What's sad, but the game was released in 2010 to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and later to PSP, but unfortunately the game never received a version of PC, what makes it harder for many people to play it. But you can play on Xbox One and Series XS through the retro compatibility, and it's on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, by the way. The game follows the story of Dante from the Divine Comedy, and the universe of the game is really good, with a nice representation of every point of hell, as its biggest part is set there. The combat and gameplay in general is really similar to God of War, but with its own style of weapons, powers, and skills, as you can use the evil ones or good ones that you can upgrade by absolving or punishing souls. So if you have the opportunity, just play it.
What kind of man locks up helpless women? There will be a day of reckoning, Crusader! My family, my baby's gone!
Bulletstorm is an absolute hidden gem. It's a first-person shooter game with a lot of charisma and amazing mechanics. It was developed by the studio People Can Fly and released originally in 2011. But in 2017, a remaster version was released, and now it's available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360 and 1, Windows, and even on VR systems such as PlayStation VR 2 and MetaQuest 2 and 3. Step into the boots of Grayson Hunt after a crash landing on an old resort planet forces him to make a hard choice: survival or revenge. The best part of the game is by far the gameplay. With an insane combat, it seems a sort of Gears of War in some moments. Even the running system is similar, but the combat is also a sort of score game. Certain types of ways to kill the enemies, you'll earn more points, and with these points you can buy upgrades for your weapons or gadgets. And there are many: rifle, revolver, grenade launcher, and more. So if you're searching for a unique and fun game, this is the one for you.
Today forward, your lives will be forever changed.
Wait, Jackie Ma, I'm in.
find a way to make him trust you.
Sleeping Dogs is an incredible GTA-like. The game was developed by the studio United Front Games and released in 2012 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Windows, but in 2014 the game received a remastered version and was also released on Mac OS, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Welcome to Hong Kong, a vibrant neon city teeming with life, whose exotic locations and busy streets hide one of the most powerful and dangerous criminal organizations in the world, the Triads. As Wei Shun, an undercover cop trying to take down the Triads, you'll have to fight your way up the organization without blowing your cover. A game with a world similar to the Grand Theft Auto series, but with its own style, since the structure of missions, storytelling, characters, side quests, and the gameplay itself, all with a lot of quality and personality. The open world is beautiful and immersive, with a lot of different vehicles, impressive main quests, and infinite side quests and mini-games that will give you a lot of things to do in a search for 100%. So I assure you that if you like open world action games, there's no mistake in Sleeping Dogs.
Whatever it takes, you remember that?
Out of the darkness comes an evil that will destroy us all. Out of the light comes a roadie.
Brutal Legend is a very fun action-adventure mixed with tower defense game, all set in an open world. It was developed by the studio Double Fine Productions and released in 2009 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. And this is the Jack Black game. He's the main character and is as charismatic as he's used to be here too.
All right! Do you people want to hear some heavy metal?
Set in a universe somewhere between Lord of the Rings and Spinal Tap. It's a fresh take on the action/driving genre, which in this case is full of imitation cover bands, demons intent on enslaving humanity, and heavy metal tunes. Featuring the talents of comedian, actor, and musician Jack Black as super roadie Eddie Riggs.
I can fix anything, except that.
The gameplay of the game is the peak, with many styles mixed since racing, hack and slash, and tower defense. In the open world, you'll explore using your car, which you can upgrade, making it better in many aspects that have very cool progression in the game. There are real metal musicians as characters in the game, such as Lemmy Kilmister and Ozzy Osbourne. The soundtrack is also amazing for fans of metal music, what makes the experience even greater.
Ever feel like you were born in the wrong time? Like you should have been born earlier, when the music was real?
Like the 70s?
Earlier. Like the early 70s.
I've long waited for this moment. With your death, I will find peace.
Batman Arkham Origins is a game set in the same universe of the other Batman Arkham games. But this one is kind of forgotten because it was developed by another studio, WB Games Montreal and Splash Damage. So many people never even tried this game, but believe me, this game deserves your attention.
Kill him and I'll pay you whatever you want. Make him suffer and I'll double it.
The game was released in 2013 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii U, and Windows, and unfortunately there's no new versions to the new consoles, what makes it harder for consoles players play, for example. But for PC players, it's still a great Batman game experience. The Arkham story begins. Batman Arkham Origins features a pivotal tale set on Christmas Eve where Batman is hunted by 8 of the deadliest assassins from the DC Comics universe. Players become an early career Batman as he encounters for the first time many of the characters that shape his future, all set in the same style of Batman Arkham City, in an immersive open world with an insane combat style and the insane stealth mechanics.
You're not some hardened vigilante. You're a young man with a trust fund and too much anger.
I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises. I'm on your side.
My side? My side works within the...
Assassin.
Admit it, I nearly had you.
He was a friend, a brother.
What did I miss?
Only the first hour of training.
A pity. The boy has
So much potential, but so little discipline.
I have tracked the Templar as far as this coast, but I fear the rest is up to you, my friend.
Assassin's Creed Rogue is an incredible game of the series, but unfortunately, it was forgotten and many fans of the series never played it. The game was developed by Ubisoft and released in 2014, in the same year of Assassin's Creed Unity, the new Assassin's Creed game made for the new generation. So now you have an idea why this game is not that famous. Rogue was released to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and later on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, all with a better performance and details. The story follows Shay Corman, an assassin that turns into a Templar, the only Assassin's Creed we play as a Templar. But the gameplay is really similar to Assassin's Creed 4. That's a game in the same style actually, so it'll share the same gameplay, progression style, and some characters. The world gives you a lot of possibilities of places to explore, with islands, cities, and much more. As you sail around, it's an immersive world in your ship, battling and exploring for resources and more. So if you never played it, it's really good to this day.
You made me slaughter innocents! I will not let this happen again!
And now the man I once called brother is coming to hunt us all.